active and passive voice. A transitive verb has two voices, active voice and passive voice. That means either the subject is involved in the action or something is done to the subject. Suppose if we say a hunter killed the tiger. What is it? The hunter is the subject, killed is the verb, the tiger is the object. What action has the hunter performed? The hunter has killed the tiger. So the subject is directly involved in the action. But when we say the tiger was killed by the hunter, what do? This becomes the subject, this is the verb, and this is the object of the sentence. So here this hunter is directly killing the tiger, and here the hunter is indirectly involved in the action. So with these two sentences, we learn two things. We understand two things. What do we understand? The first thing we understand that in order to change the active into passive voice, what do? We first change the subject into object. We first change the subject into object. And the second thing that we learn is the object becomes the subject. Okay. Now the third thing that we learned, the verb will always remain in its third form. Now, what do you understand by verb remaining in the third form? We said the hunter killed the tiger. The sentence was in past tense. And in passive voice, now we said the tiger was killed by the hunter. So killed remained in the third form. The verb form will never change. If it is in present tense, if the verb remains in the present tense, in that case also the verb will change into third form. Is it clear? Did you understand? Now, we will understand now the second thing. Intransitive verb cannot be changed into passive voice. Now, what is intransitive verb? Intransitive verb does not have an object. That is, the boy fell. We know that the boy fell. This is the subject and this is the verb. There is no object in the sentence. But when we say the boy fell from the stairs. So, what is the object of the sentence? This is the object of the sentence. The sentence takes an object. The verb takes an object. From where did the boy fell? He fell from the stairs. So this type of sentence is called a transitive sentence. Transitive. That means the verb has an object. Now we will see how the tense changes in active to passive voice. Now, the present tense first. Present tense has got four forms. What it is? Simple present. Okay? Now, present continuous, present perfect, and present perfect continuous. Okay? These four tenses are there. Now, present simple. Now we'll take the example of simple present. Now, what is the structure of simple present? Subject plus V1 plus object. Okay, now my mother cooks food. My mother cooks food. My mother is the subject, this is the verb, and this is the object. How will we change into passive voice? The first, the object will have to become the subject, first thing. Second thing, the subject will become the object, and the third thing will have to keep the verb in the third form. How we will do it? Food is cooked by my mother. So what did we do? Food is the subject, cooked is the verb, and mother is the object of the sentence. Is it clear? So cooked remains in the third form. What do we do? So simple present in active voice will change into this form of verb is called present continuous. As we know, the structure of present continuous is subject plus is, am, are plus object. Is, am, subject plus is, am, are plus be plus ing plus object. That is subject plus is, am, are plus be plus ing plus object. But we are not adding ing to the verb, we are adding ed to the verb in passive voice. Is it clear? Now, the second example. My mother is cooking food. My mother is cooking food. Now, if I change this, is cooking is a continuous tense. What I will do? I will make this object the subject of the sentence. Food is being. Being is what? Be plus ing. Be is also a verb. Be is also be verbs. Be is also a verb, and I added e to it because I'll have to keep this into third form. Food is being cooked by my mother. This becomes the subject. This becomes the object. This is in V3 form. Verb is in its third form. Okay. Now, come to present perfect. What is the structure of present perfect? Present perfect. What is the structure of present perfect? The structure of present perfect is subject plus has, have, plus V3 plus object. Has is singular, have is plural. So, if we say, my mother has cooked food. So, what we will do, it is very simple. Food, again, subject, has been cooked by my food has been cooked by my mother. And present perfect continuous never changes into passive voice. So only three forms: simple present, present continuous, and present perfect will change into passive voice. Present perfect continuous does not change. Now come to the past tense structure. Past tense will also fall under the four categories: simple past, past continuous, past perfect, and past perfect continuous. So if I make it in simple past tense, that means Anna wrote a letter. That is, Anna wrote a letter. A letter object, Anna is the subject, and wrote is V3 already. The verb is already, it is not V3, it is V2. It is V2. We will have to make it V3. A letter, a letter is what, singular. So we will add singular verb to it. What will be the singular verb? Is, was. Then write will become written by Anna. Is it clear? Did you understand? What is wrote? I made it written. Was, I have added because the verb is in past tense. Now I will take it perfect now. I'll make it with perfect, continuous tense. Anna was writing a letter. Already was is there. So a letter was, writing is a continuous form, is, was being written by Anna. Very simple it is. Now when you understand, it will become very simple for you. Anna was writing a letter was being written by Anna. Now, third form, continuous form. What is the structure of continuous form? Past continuous, past perfect, subject plus had. Had is used both in present, singular and plural form. Now, Anna had written a letter. Okay, a letter had been written by Anna. These are very simple. And past perfect continuous never changes. Now, let us come to future. Letter will have written by Anna. So what is the structure of continuous, future continuous? Subject plus will, shall, have plus V3 plus object. So when we change this into passive voice, we say a letter will have been written by Anna. A letter will have been, that is future perfect continuous. Future perfect continuous. That future perfect, that is why future perfect continuous do not change into passive voice, because we are already changing this. Is it clear? So tense we have understood. Now there is one more change in active and passive voice, that is double object. That is double object. What is double object? My mother gave me a gift. My mother gave me a gift. Me is one object, gift is the second object. So in where there are two objects, direct and indirect objects, we can make sentences with both the direct and the indirect one. How can we make? First I'll make with me. Me changes to I. I gave is the past tense, so I was given a gift by my mother. I was given a gift by my mother. Okay, and now how I can change it into with the second object? A gift was given to be by me by my mother. A gift was given to me by my mother. So these are the basics of active and passive voice. When you will understand how to change the tenses, you will have to understand how to change the verbs, and you will also have to understand how to change the adverbs. Adverbs in active and passive voice also changes, but we will discuss it later on. But these are the basics which all should know. Thank you. Tense, what happens, Anna will write a letter. A letter will be written by Anna. That is simple future changes. Future continuous does not change, and future perfect changes, but future perfect continuous do not change. The first example, Anna will write a letter. A letter, the structure of simple future, subject plus will plus V1 plus object. So Anna, a letter, a letter will be written by Anna. Is it clear? Now, future continuous do not change. What is the structure of future continuous? The structure of future continuous is subject plus shall, will, be plus V3 plus object. So we are changing, now we are changing future perfect. A letter